All right. In this video, I'll be sharing with you certain things you need to do to ensure that your pregnant pigs are successful in their delivery. All the things, all the necessary stuffs you need to do, steps to carry out to ensure that your pigs deliver successfully. Now, I'll be sharing a very unpleasant experience, my experience, and of course, that's what this channel is all about. Sharing the good and the bad. Of course, it's mostly good, and all we desire it to be always good. But sometimes in life and in business, you experience certain things that you obviously are not you don't want. It's not pleasurable. You don't like. So I'll be sharing an experience, and I hope that really helps you to, of course, not to make the same mistakes, so that you can get the desired result on your farm. So I had a pregnant pig, a pregnant sow, and they were together. I had two sows in one pen. Obviously, sometimes you do that because of space, but it's best advised that you obviously always create a special pen for your pregnant sow. But sometimes, of course, in a large farm you can always afford that, but sometimes if you have space issue, you want to put about two of them in a pen, as long as they cohabit peacefully. So obviously these two pigs didn't have any issue. They were okay with each other, and things kept on going on fine until the day of delivery. So I already understood that this sow will be delivering very soon. So I made a quick alternative for her delivery. That means I created a space for her to use. Sorry, I created a space for the other one to stay in, so that she can be left alone in that particular pen. So due to some reasons, because of the cement work or something, I think probably the wallow section was still in construction, maybe not yet perfect or something, of that new pen. I had to still leave this other pig, this other sow, pregnant sow also, in that pen for a while. So on the day of this other one's delivery, this other one was still there. Now, when I came down to the pen, I saw this one already sleeping, and of course the blood was already coming out from her vulva. And of course, if you have been in the process, you understand that that's some of the first things that happens when she's about to deliver. So while I saw that, I quickly had to, of course, do what I was still pushing forward, try to push that other one out of that pen at that point. Now, while doing that, obviously that already got this other one less comfortable, because you know that the other one wouldn't go out quite easily. Also, it's not like an human that you would say, oh, come out of this place, and she's going to be like, oh, I'm going out. So obviously you had to force her out quickly to ensure that it doesn't distract this other one. So in that process, obviously this other one had to stand up and stuff like that. Now, after she stood up, obviously I moved the other one out. Then I came back and I saw that, okay, the first one has been delivered. Now, I think I took that one out, and the rest is history. Let me summarize and tell you what later happened. She started killing her piglets. Like, it was the most terrifying thing you have seen before. You wouldn't believe a pig can do that. She became very tense, very agitated, and whatever. And I witnessed it, and I was so scared, because I've not seen that before. She became very hungry, and what I now noticed was this is to make things worse. The plumber came some days back or thereabout, maybe the last day, maybe the day before. I think the day before, maybe the day before, the plumber came to adjust some things around the nipple drinker. I think the nipple drinker probably had an issue also. No, not the nipple drinker. I think I wanted to do some plumbing work on the pen, not particularly the nipple drinker. Now the plumber, without telling me, switched off the nipple drinker. So water wasn't coming out, and I did not know that. So can you imagine that she did not even have water at the prior to our delivery? So you can imagine all the issues that she was going through. So bad, so terrible. I hated every bit of it, but it was an experience that brings me to give you some advice to ensure that you prevent something like that on your farm. So you know the number one advice already from the story I just shared, from the experience I just shared with you, is that always try as much as possible to get your pen prepared for your pregnant pig before they deliver, because it plays a very key role. They need a comfortable environment. They must not be tensed. You want to make sure that they are very comfortable. They are very it looks so private for them. They don't have to be afraid of anything. There's enough water, there's enough feed. You give them leaves and vegetables, as I've always advised you. So the body system is okay. They are comfortable. Of course, you know they are going to go through labor, and those things are not always very palatable. Now, other thing you need to do is to ensure that you have treated her of all diseases before then, so that she's not coming into labor with any particular sickness. And that's why I already told you already some prenatal care, some prenatal medication. The LA, you want to treat her of any form of disease, you and administer the antibiotics, you give her the dewormer, you deworm her. Of course, you know you can't deworm during pregnancy with the levaminol. I wouldn't advise that. So it's always best to deworm before she gets into state. And of course, you can use the ivermectin, and that's mostly effective for the skin disease, which you have to do also, because if your animal has a skin issue, the tendency of her transferring that to a younger one is very much there. So you want to ensure you treat her of every form of skin disease. Like, the body is very perfect. They're not having to scratch, and so please, if you know any of such thing is going on your sow, make sure you quickly treat it, so that while delivering she is not transferring the same ectoparasite on your piglets. Now, of course, after a month you should be able to test for if she has taken in. Those are some of the things you can do to ensure that she's in. If she's not in, then you can, if you're using artificial insemination or the bois, always test for pregnancy. You can use the testing kit. It's available. You can get it where you can get test your for pregnancy after about 30 days. Now, make sure that you ensure that she's fed on the right diet. For pregnant pigs, it's always good to feed them with more fiber diet. I think I've explained that to you before. You don't want your animals to be too heavy while in state, so you convert the diet to a more fiber active diet. And during the closing of a pregnancy, you can change the diet obviously to a lactating diet, where you would increase the energy content at that point. So these are some of the few things I will be giving to ensure that your pregnant pigs are ready for delivery in the right state. Once you are able to get your production process right on your farm, believe me, that's like the key. It's like the pivot of your farm. It means a lot. Once you're able to get the production cycle going regularly, you have enough piglets. Your buyers come, they pick the ones that they want to pick, you raise the ones you want to raise, then the next cycle is going on, then you are in business. So I really hope this has helped somebody out there, and I would love to see you in the next video. All right guys, have a beautiful day. Bye bye.